I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews. You know, in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 2, there's a scripture that says, by swearing and lying, killing and stealing, and committing adultery, they, meaning criminals, break out, and blood touches blood. And I like that scripture because it really goes to the nitty-gritty of what's going on in our society, where criminals are just breaking free of a conscience, free of any personal accountability, free of any thoughtfulness of, am I going after, if I shoot this gun arbitrarily, will it hit a toddler? Will it hit a newborn? Just no care for human life. And so that scripture where God talks about blood touching blood, it's happening right now. We're in the last days. Excuse me. So I'm going to share with you, turn up your volume. Turn up your volume. I'm going to share with you a story of a woman selling dogs. Some criminals show up at her door, and perfect pictures of them. She has one of those Ring cameras on her door, so you can see the three criminals. Perfect pictures of them. Anyone who looks at it will know exactly who it is. They came there pretending that they're buying dogs, but in reality, they came there to do this woman harm and to steal her dogs. Now listen to this.
And now to a frightening video here you'll only see on Local 10 News. A homeowner fighting back and getting into a shootout with 3 dog robbers. The crooks claimed they wanted to buy the victim's expensive French bulldogs, but that's when it all took a very scary and violent turn. Local 10's Sinella Sabovic is live now with our exclusive tonight. Sinella.
Well, Calvin, this video is pretty wild. The woman was simply trying to sell 2 dogs that she breeds. That act nearly cost her her life. The entire ordeal was caught on camera. The people responsible remain on the run this evening. It was like a scene out of a movie, a gun battle over pricey exotic dogs. This woman, in fear for her and her girlfriend's life, is forced to fire after a group of young men start shooting at her. A bullet narrowly misses her head, and she ducks behind her car for cover.
We got a knock on the door. I noticed one of the people's faces.
The 3 young men you can clearly see in this Ring video went to the woman's West Park home around 7:30 Monday night. She breeds exotic dogs, and she figured they were there to inquire about them. She noticed something seemed a bit off and asked,
"What the hell is going on right here?" As soon as I turn around, that's when he grabbed me, and then his boys got all frantic.
One of the men then grabbed the woman, holding her at gunpoint. There was a struggle.
And as soon as I turned around, he went and the other guy that was standing here went and put his arm around me, put the gun to my head, and then I started screaming, trying to wiggle myself out.
They were trying to drag her out. I don't know for what reason. They had her by her neck, trying to drag her out with the gun to her head.
The trio take off with 2 exotic micro bullies, similar to the dogs you see here. They are worth about $4,000 each. The robbers don't leave quietly either. They shoot at the woman, and that's when she goes into her home to grab her gun.
I would have done anything to protect my girlfriend in my home, and my biggest goal was to just make sure that she was okay and we lived to see tomorrow.
So BSO investigators say this woman was defending her home, so she will not face any charges here. They also tell me that there are 4 people responsible for this crime, 3 that you saw on camera, and 1 person was apparently the getaway driver. So investigators need help from the public this evening. If you recognize those men in the surveillance video that we showed, give BSO a call, or you can remain anonymous and call Broward Crime Stoppers at 954-493-TIPS. We're reporting live this evening. Sinella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
Okay, so you all saw that. If you're watching this and you know those young men, please pick up the telephone and dial 911 and let somebody, or dial Crime Stoppers and let somebody know who these young men are. This woman almost lost her life over her own property, not somebody else's property. And that's what bothers me about criminals. They will take you out over your own property, not somebody else's, over your own. It is almost unbelievable. Stay tuned.